All right, it's time to go over our top 10 quarterbacks for Week 15. We're getting right here into the video. Come here at number 10, we're talking about Tua Tagovailoa. This is a quarterback that we know he missed early parts of the season. Now he's come back, and he's looked quite well coming through. He's just not been the, I would say, fantasy football stud that we're all really hoping for. I think the offense is still trying to gel together. Tyreek Hill's starting to make some plays. We saw Jalen Waddle have a massive play not too long ago. But this week, they are taking on a Texans team that is ranked 23rd against opposing quarterbacks. High-scoring shootout, right? Could be in store for this matchup, and we are really looking for Tua Tagovailoa to come out of his shell a little bit more and be what he was before. I mean, all these concussions are kind of building up on him, and he's not really the fantasy football guy that we really had last season. It's kind of a different quarterback at this point, but I think this is going to be a matchup that's going to be good enough for him to go out there and really just sling the football down the field, and I'm hoping that Tyreek Hill can come down with a couple bombs to really make Tua's day really, really big for you, but I had to put him in here at number 10 for me. We're right along here at number 9. We're going Kyler Murray. Now, this is a quarterback again that has a really high floor just based off his rushing ability alone. He's having a really good rapport with Trey McBride. I love it. But this week they are taking on a Patriots defense that ranks 20th against opposing quarterbacks. You know, should continue to have that high floor like I was talking about, right? I mean, I want to see him have something up there, but even kind of expel even more if he can just get Marvin Harrison Jr. more involved and being the freak that we know that he can be. He's got the pedigree in him. He just needs to keep on maturing, keep on gelling with this offense with Kyler Murray to make this thing work. But I mean, looks like him and Trey McBride are on the same page, and we're seeing up towards 15 targets in a game, 14, 15, 17. He's had them all here just in the last 3 weeks. Have been going absolutely bananas. So I do like Kyler Murray. I know what he's able to do against this Patriots defense. I think this could be a really high scoring output for Kyler Murray going into your fantasy football playoffs. I really like Kyler Murray here in week 15. Move right along here at number 8. We're going Bo Nix. Now, this is a quarterback here that's really starting to shine. Started off a little bit slow. He was learning the speed of the NFL game, kind of getting things together. But I think he's mature, kind of beyond his level right now. He's a little bit older, came out of college at a University of Oregon. And I'm telling you, he's really ripping right now. He's doing a lot of good things, gelling really nicely with Sean Payton. He has a high completion percentage. Accuracy looks really, really good. He's building a nice little rapport with the Courtland Sutton as well. But this week they are taking on a Colts defense ranks 22nd against opposing quarterbacks. He's playing out of his mind right now. Let's just call a spade at this point. Bo Nix is playing better than almost any rookie quarterback out there, but alongside, I would say, Jaden Daniels, right? I mean, he's doing really, really good. I think he's outplaying Caleb Williams at this point. Caleb's just doing a little bit too much. Bo Nix knows where he is, and he's letting Sean Payton teach this guy how to be an NFL quarterback. I like myself some Bo Nix here in week 15. We're right along here at the next quarterback here. We're talking about Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is a quarterback right here, ranking here at number 7, that he is doing some crazy things for us. I mean, he's looking really, really good. Now, this is one of those things that I want to say, hey, look, if he had some wide receivers that was really doing something that was catching the football worthy, Justin Herbert would be a beast, an absolute beast this entire season. And I think he's doing quite well with what he's got. I mean, just look at this week. He is taking on a Bucs defense ranks 32nd against opposing quarterbacks. You know, he's putting up almost, I would say, God tier numbers at this point right now. And like I said, even with the situation he has going on right now with his wide receivers, I think that he's doing the best with what he's got. He's a good touchdown thrower is what I would say. He's got a nice zip on the football. He throws a very, very pretty football. I love and watch this guy playing football for you. If you have him as a fantasy football quarterback, you probably benched him early on in your season, but now he's going into the fantasy football playoffs, and he's somebody you can really depend on. I like myself some Justin Herbert this week. So let's move right along here. We're going to number 6 right here. This is going to be Sam Darnold. This is probably one of the more consistent quarterbacks. We saw him rip it last week. And going into your fantasy football playoffs, I think you'd never suggest you would be going into your fantasy football playoffs with Sam Darnold right now at the beginning of the season. You just wouldn't think that. Now he's doing very, very well. I mean, he scored over 50 points or something like that last week. He was really going crazy over there with Justin Jefferson. This week they do take on a Bears defense that ranks 3rd against opposing quarterbacks. But I do have to ask the question, is Darnold, is he matchup proof? Right? Is he matchup proof at this point? Even though he's going against a good Bears defense, I think they're not as good as they were earlier in the season. The Bears defense has kind of fallen off a little bit. But I think Sam Darnold and Justin Jefferson, listen, if I was the Vikings, I would give this guy a long-term contract. I would say, look, don't worry about J.J. McCarthy right now. Sam Darnold, what is he, like the 3rd pick in the NFL draft? Phenomenal. He's doing phenomenal right now. You got to pay the man. He has a very good chemistry here. I think he has a phenomenal week 15 matchup here. Go get it. I don't care that it says that the Bears ranked 3rd against opposing quarter. I don't care about none of that. I just want to start Sam Darnold and just watch him rack up some fantasy points for you. Coming here at number 5, I'm going to say Jalen Hurts. I've got him dropped all the way down here at number 5 for me. Like I said, he's just not producing top-end consistent numbers week in and week out right now. He's got a lot of frustrations going on right now. A.J. Brown a little frustrated. It's just this offense isn't clicking. The only bright spot they have as of right now that's really consistent would be Saquon Barkley. He's absolutely killing it out there. And, Jalen Hurts, he's not a bad quarterback by any means, but what we expect from Jalen Hurts, he's really not giving you at this point. And I did call this at the very beginning of the season. I said, look, Jalen Hurts, the tush push is kind of killed. Having Saquon Barkley is going to kill a lot of his touchdowns. So unless he's out there throwing the football for 275, 300 a game, he's not going to give you the expectations that you expect from a quarterback of Jalen Hurts kind of talent there. So, but this week they are taking on a Steelers defense. They do rank 1st against opposing quarterbacks, right? It's a difficult matchup, right, for Hurts this week. So it's something that you have to keep in the back of your mind. He's not going to go out there and just go absolute crazy in the first week of the playoffs here for your fantasy football right now. Have expectations. He should have a high enough floor. I do have ranked as number 5 right now in my quarterback list, but I've noticed a couple of these rankings around the industry here. A lot of people have Jalen Hurts up there as maybe like number 2, number 3. I got to drop him all the way down here to number 5. I just like some other quarterbacks a little bit better than him. Like I said, he hasn't been playing the best as of late. And on top of that, going against the Steelers defense, who's very, very good against the quarterback, I would just say pump your brakes, hold your horses. I think Jalen Hurts has just a mediocre game this week, but still good enough to be number 5 for me. Move right along here. At number 4, we're going Jaden Daniels. I'm telling you, this is one of these rookies that's absolutely tearing up the NFL by storm right now, and he's doing really, really well. So this week, they do take on a Saints defense. They rank 10th against opposing quarterbacks. Daniels is going against a secondary that's really been struggling as of late. And the funny part is, there's like a caveat here. Marshawn Lattimore was sent over there from the Saints to the Commanders, and this could be the first week back. So they've got a reason to come up here and play a little bit better, right? They want to play for Marshawn Lattimore against his former team in the New Orleans Saints. We could see some really good fireworks here. I think Jaden Daniels don't really need any more inspiration to go out there and just absolutely go ham sauce. But I think if that might just be a little bit icing on the cupcake right there. I think that Jaden Daniels has what it takes. He has a nice rapport with Terry McLaurin. They're doing really good. And going into your fantasy football playoffs, if you have Jaden Daniels on your roster, you are feeling really, really good. I love myself some Jaden Daniels in week 15. Move right along here. At number 3, we're going Joe Burrow. He's starting to play like the quarterback we all know he could have been. I know he had the injury stuff in the last couple seasons, and he just hasn't been what we thought of Joe Burrow. But now he's back to his peak, pinnacle output right now for fantasy football, throwing the football all over the field. And look, we're seeing multiple 400-yard passing games from this guy. He's got a plethora of weapons out there, whether it's Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. They're doing some really good things. This week, they are taking on a Titans defense, ranks 19th against opposing quarterbacks. Burrow's playing A-plus football right now, and I don't think the Titans are going to be going out there giving this guy any type of competition as far as stopping or slowing down this offense. They had a nice tight race against a Dallas Cowboys defense who has been struggling all year long, but on paper they're actually a pretty good defense. But they were able to go out there and do the thing to pull out the victory. So I think this winning kind of continues on for Joe Burrow. He's going to go out there and still just sling the football all over the field. And if you have the combo of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, you are going to be very, very happy going into these playoffs. I think there's some good matchups coming up for Joe Burrow, and I love him here in week 15. Move right along here. At number 2, we're going Lamar Jackson, right? One of the most electric quarterbacks in the NFL, and I think he has a really good matchup this week. They are taking on a Giants defense that ranks 16th against opposing quarterbacks. It should be a complete one-sided matchup in here. Let's just face it. The Giants have absolutely no chance of beating the Ravens. You calling a spade at this point, and I think the biggest reason why is not only Derrick Henry, but Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson go out there and just sling the football. He's got a lot of weapons out there. Look for Deontay Johnson to get involved. He was suspended for a game or maybe even 2 games. I'm not sure. But he may be back this week. I have to go back and double check on that. But either way it goes, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Zay Flowers. There's a lot of weapons out there for Lamar Jackson. And don't forget about what he can do with his feet. He can run all over the field. The Giants aren't slowing this guy down whatsoever. Easily number 2 ranked quarterback in week 15 for me. And that leads us to number 1. This week, I'm going Josh Allen. He's really stepping up his game. Fantasy football-wise, he is pumping out the stats for you. This week, they are taking on a Lions defense ranked 6th against opposing quarterbacks. This could, this could be another big win under their belt, right? They've already got a win against the Chiefs. They got some other wins in there. This is a Lions, one of the top teams or the better teams in the NFC as well. They need to go out there and keep proving themselves, right? They want to go into the playoffs, really kind of sticking out their chest and saying, look, we belong here. We need to be going to the Super Bowl. We deserve this. And beating an upper echelon team like the Lions could prove to do so. Josh Allen, again, has a high floor just based on his rushing ability alone. He's able to throw the football. He's doing a lot of good things, leading his team to the victory. Easily my number 1 quarterback here in week 15. But guys, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. We're pumping out so many videos at this point. We are in the football fantasy playoffs right now. We want you to win a championship, guys. So make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know, out of my top 10 quarterbacks, is there a quarterback that I did not put in the top 10 that you believe should be in the top 10? Or do I have somebody too low, somebody too high? Let me know in the comments below. I like to go back and forth with you guys. Again, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps out the channel quite a bit. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.